Yeah, well, I mean, look, this is the question. Why would you want to buy an Audi TT? I mean, seriously, why would you want to look like a hairdresser or an estate agent? I mean, I just can't understand it, man. There's a lot of them on the road, and I really don't know where it all comes from, man. It's just like, it's one of these fashion accessories. Like, I think it's now last year's fashion accessory, though. That's the problem. But it is all good. I mean, they are pretty good cars if you're a hairdresser or an estate agent or something like that, or you're one of these, like, girls who can't drive and don't know how to drive, and you need four-wheel drive to like deal with power, because if you were as a proper, if it was a proper car, it'd be rear-wheel drive and it'd have the engine rear mounted. But because it's like such a bad chassis, and such bad control and everything, it needs the four-wheel drive to actually handle. I mean, have you ever driven a front-wheel drive TT? It's absolutely appalling. And the fact is, even four-wheel drive, it barely handles. I mean, it does handle pretty good if you're like racing, like, normal cars. But the moment you start taking on proper meat cars, man, it's just not in there, man. It's not in them leagues, and that's the painful part about it. It's just not in the league. It's in the league of just cruising along and, like, hairdresser style. You know what I mean? There's no other function for it. You could put that on a track. You'd be scuttling all over the place, man. It just wouldn't handle it. The engine would probably blow up as well. I mean, as I said, it's all good if you're like, as I said, if you're a hairdresser, an estate agent, and you're just crying along at 5 or 10 mile an hour. It's all good. But you don't want to be going fast in those things, man. They're dangerous, man. You never know, man. I mean, I've got a magazine. I think I could read it to you, where he flipped it over just because he put his foot down and the ground was a bit uneven. And what happened was the chassis like jumped a bit because it was four-wheel drive, and it flipped over. So I don't really want a car like that, man. So on that note, I'm out. Is that sick or what? Oh shit.